Hi, this is Caresse Kelly coming to you from Blessed Gentlemen's Club, Pittsburgh's #1 club for adult entertainment. I'm here with Brandi Love. Hi, Brandi.
Hello, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I have some questions for you. Is it hard being the hottest MILF in the history ever?
Great name for the club, Blush, because you got me. To be even considered that amongst the sea of incredibly beautiful women, I mean, I don't think it could be more flattering. I love it. I think it's a great title.
Great. Well, you are gorgeous. You're absolutely beautiful. If someone's curious about doing their own adult website, what advice would you give them?
The #1 thing is, honestly, enjoy what you're going to do. This is not an industry. It's not something you'd ever want to get involved with if you don't, first of all, love sex. And second of all, you have to naturally be an exhibitionist. The only way that a website really is going to work, and why I think mine is so successful, is my members know I love what I do and that I love hanging out with them and interacting, which I do a lot of on my site. So if you've got the right attitude and personality, everything else will work out. And go for it. Nothing like being naked.
Yeah.
Making a living being naked.
You love traveling. What is your favorite destination aside from Pittsburgh?
Of course, of
Since we
course.
just
I mean, it
found
is
out.
Steelers country,
Exactly.
so this is a great destination. But of all the places I've been so far, Cancun, Mexico is my favorite destination.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I haven't been to Europe yet, which I probably would never come home because my attitude has always been a little bit more European. But Mexico is the same way. They're very open and natural, and nudity is a wonderful thing. So I love Mexico. Thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'm back.
You're back. Well,
I'm
you know
back.
what? At least you have the opportunity to be in Steelers country.
Yes, I do.
Since you haven't had the chance to be here before.
I'll be
And you're
back
a
again,
fan?
I hope. Yes,
Good,
huge
good.
Steelers fan.
Is Roadhead a hell of a good time or a safety hazard?
How do I? It's both. It's absolutely both. I mean, I think anytime great sex is always wonderful and slightly dangerous. How's that? Just make sure you're wearing your seatbelt.
Well, that's hell of a philosophy.
Yeah, it works for me.
What 3 porn stars would be on your adult entertainment fantasy team?
Wow. Well, people are probably expecting me to use female names, which there is one. Jessie Jane, I don't know her personally, but she has got to have one of the most energetic, fun, when I was talking about having great personality and loving what you do, I sense that she really does. So she would be on the dream team. Evan Stone and Tommy Gunn. That's a nice foursome. I need to put that one together.
Wow, that's incredible. Do storylines help or hinder porno viewing experience?
I think a storyline is good, but not too involved. I mean, we all know why we're watching an adult film. I mean, to have like an hour-long get to know the characters, nobody wants that. But a storyline where there's a flow to why people are where they're at is great. But other than that, no. Too much could be a hindrance.
I like it. One of your favorite scenes features you being killed with a curling iron in a ring. How did that scene come about?
A very, very dear friend of mine who owns Evil Motion created a XXX horror film, which is very cool. It was nominated, AVN nominated film for its genre because it's very unique. It actually pushed horror films into the XXX category. So,
that's remarkable.
Yeah, he's a huge horror flick fan. So we created this film, and it was a real stretch. I had to play a stripper, but I'm back in the room, and the succubus, the girl who plays the succubus, comes in and basically, well, we already know I die, but takes me out, and in the most explicit way, hot curling iron insertion. But at least I got to make out with her before I died, so it's all good.
So it's all good?
Yeah.
Okay. Last week we learned that Brie Olson has a John Gosselin sex fantasy. What or who is your guilty pleasure?
Okay, it's gonna sound so corny, but the fact of the matter is my husband's my guilty pleasure. I get to have wonderful sex all the time with a lot of hot and sexy men and women, and the best sex ever is still at home.
With your man?
Behind closed doors, sometimes open doors, but yes, with my man.
Does the phrase, "there is always room for Jell-O," apply in the bedroom?
Jell-O. I don't say no to anything, except for maybe a second time. You don't know if you like it until you try it, so it applies.
Okay. Okay, we'll stay with that then. Glass toys, why do you love them?
You guys have done your homework. Very, very interesting, and I love art, and the first time I saw hand-blown glass dildos, I knew what it was, but at the same time, just staring at it, I'm like, that's a beautiful piece of artwork, and the fact that you can use it for pleasure only made it better. So to be honest with you, I have a collection of about 45 different glass dildos. A very dear friend of mine actually makes them. So about every 2-3 months, I'll call him up and say, have you made anything really cool and different? Can you throw some pink glitter in it? Can we do this? Can we do that? So I have an amazing case, and they're displayed, of course. I mean, they are art. So when I need one, just open the case, take it out.
So Miss Brandi Love has the hookup.
I do.
What is some advice you can give to couples who want to try a swinging lifestyle?
I have a whole site, couplesclick.tv, is dedicated to exactly that. And one of the things that's so fun about doing my website is I get a lot of couples, which is kind of unique, asking me those very questions. I love to kind of take the hand and guide them through. And the honest, number one, always imperative, you must have great communication. If you guys are on the same page and you're talking all the way through the process from stepping in the door to a swingers party to actually being in the bedroom and ready for sex, having eye contact, hands to one another, like not doing that obviously when you're with the couple, but little mannerisms that you're so in tune to each other that the experience is going to be awesome, then I say go for it. Absolutely. Why not?
Okay, well, Brandi, thank you so much for coming to Blush and doing the interview.
Oh, it's
You're
my
awesome.
pleasure.
You're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.